things you doubted me, but I still made it. It's something that I think a lot of us can relate to. And that's a big part of my story. The part about, people losing faith in me becoming something. But life, and honestly, for me, God, I just feel like God is a part of my life. I feel like between me and God, there's nothing that can come between me winning or me achieving my goals, me telling my story. It's only between me and God. Nobody else is in the way of that. Well, I'm an artist, producer, engineer, to be honest. So I do a bit of everything. But what do I love to do? It's gonna be singing. It's gonna be performing. It's gonna be entertaining. I love the stage. I have such a passion for expression. And I love the moments that I get to express myself. And then I love those moments when I'm on stage and I'm singing my heart out and I'm just telling my stories, and I see in the crowd or I see someone and me and them, we make eyes or whatever. And there's a Me Too moment. You know what I mean? There's that moment of, I feel the same way, or hell yeah, or you're right. I love those because that's what I live for. Because again, stories, man. You know how many pennies we have on the floor? Each of these pennies have a story, but a lot of them never get to be told. If you could tell the story of a penny, even a dollar, like your mind would be blown away. You couldn't keep all that information. So it's like us on this world, us in life, like we're here, but we don't even know each other. A lot of us don't even get the opportunity to speak, so I have a voice and I feel like I'm being bold and I'm honoring my own life by speaking up in my lifetime. It's really about the belief, the dream, the attitude, the willingness, the persistence, the perseverance, those kind of things. These are the things that have been a huge part of my life. Anything I ever did that I won, it was something that I was originally afraid of. I was afraid because I'd never done it before. Like, oh my gosh, am I really about to do this? But then it's like, I think to myself and I'm like, well, if I could do anything else in the world, this is what I want to do. So it's like I own it, and I own it, and I make the most out of it. And I'm actually grateful. I was like, man, this feels really good. And I kept with it. I actually prayed about it, and I said, God, if you give me a voice, I'll use it to glorify your name. I knew I wasn't talking about gospel, because I'm not a saint, but I knew that I wanted to definitely keep God in the midst of my life. And I know that, just growing up in a household that's like very, very spiritual, very, very religious. My mom's a doctor in theology, so like with these things in mind, it just really like put me in a space to always keep God around. McDonald's was a dream first. Walmart was a dream. Nobody could have thought of T.I. Nobody could have thought of Michael Jackson. Nobody could have thought of Joe Jackson. Like these people, these individuals, Bill Gates. Nobody could have thought of Bill Gates, but these people had to think for themselves. And it's their thought. As a man thinketh, so is he. It's their thought that brought them to their success. It's their thought that ultimately wrote their story, wrote their life. I believe in me, I believe in God, and I keep it moving that way. And it's been a blessing. That's just what it's been for me. It's been a blessing. So that's where the energy of You Doubted Me, but I still made it comes from. It's the overcoming. It's the perseverance. It doesn't matter, because I matter. You know what I mean? Like that's what that is. That's who I am. That's ultimately who I am. Like I love life. I love, but I'm also aware and experienced with pain. So with pain, like it's taught me to be humble, but at the same time, it's also taught me to be fearless, because it's gonna hurt anyway. Like it's gonna hurt anyway at some point. you're gonna get hurt somewhere. So you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to live, man. You gotta live your life. And I just push everybody to live their life, man. Like, be happy. Go for it. Just be happy. Whatever it is in life, do it. If you want to do it, just don't be out here like doing the crazy bad stuff. But if it's something that's fruitful and beneficial to like you and the people around you, you should do it, because who do you think else is gonna do it? Don't wait on someone else to do it. You should be the one to do it. And then that's how you see it ricochet, and it just becomes a whole thing. And that's what Y.D.M.B.S.M has become. It's become a movement. I feel like it's a people. I feel like it's a family. And when I go out and I go do shows in different cities, I get to really see, I guess, my family, you know, like, and it's really dope, because people, you know, they just connect on a different level. It's amazing to hear someone speak about a story that they didn't grow up with, but they know. And then I realized that in a sense I know them too, because if you can relate to me, I can relate to you. You know, so it's deep, man. I love those moments, man. It just means a lot to me. I love social media. I'm so grateful for Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all these things, TikTok. I'm so grateful for all these things, but at the same time, like, there's nothing like the real connection. There's nothing like seeing someone face to face. You know, like, I've seen people cry. I've seen people laugh over my music. I've seen people cry over my music. I've seen people fall in love over my music. I've been told about people making love to my music. So it's like, I get all these things, you know, that you know, it's a blessing. I just have to call it all a blessing, because everyone doesn't get that. You know, so if I'm blessed in the manner that I am, then I feel like it'll just be wrong for me not to own up to that and make the most out of it, because there are plenty of people who appreciate everything that I'm doing, even if it might seem small to someone else. That's why, like, I'm independent, and maybe I'm independent for now. Maybe that might change, but my mindset is, it doesn't matter. This is what I want to do, so this is what I'm going to do. You know, and I'm grateful for those who are along for the journey with me. You know, so what do? I live. I just live, I sing, and I'm happy. You know, and I'm grateful. So yeah, that's what I do. I do things.
Getting money to the morning. Selfish. How could you be so selfish? Shit, I can't help it. Getting money to the morning.